Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope you're having a great morning. Mine's been phenomenal, and today we're talking about Rascal. He is joining the San Francisco Shock. I leaked it yesterday on my stream, and now I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Then moving on, we're talking about Janus and Wizard Young. They were both officially announced to be joining the Washington, D.C. team. I'm going to give my thoughts on that. Then moving on to the last part of the video, I am going to be analyzing Team USA versus Team Canada and how USA beat them on University Oasis with the Reinhardt-Winston comp. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content, and now let's hop into it. So what I'm being told from my sources is that San Francisco Shock is moving Rascal up from their Overwatch Academy contenders team to their main Overwatch League roster. Now, my first thought to this is, wow, thank God Rascal is going to get another chance in the Overwatch League. It's well-deserved because he had a really unfortunate Season 1. So prior to Overwatch League Season 1, Rascal was signed to London Spitfire alongside 5 of his teammates from Kong Du Panthera, and then also with 6 other players from a whole nother team, GC Busan. So we had a 12-man roster of 6 players from a previous team that were both really successful in the Korean scene. Kong Du Panthera, they placed 2nd place in the 3rd season of Apex. GC Busan, they placed 1st place in the 4th season, which was the very last season of Apex leading into the Overwatch League. And in my opinion, this was the strongest roster coming into Season 1. And they did end up winning the first stage. Unfortunately, though, for Rascal, this roster was stacked when it came to DPS players, specifically with Birdring from Kong Du Panthera and then Profit from GC Busan, who created this dynamic duo where they can both flex to so many different heroes and still play at a super high level, which Rascal prior to the Overwatch League was known for doing, but Profit just did it a little bit better. And we all know how good Profit ended up being, Finals MVP, Overwatch League Season 1 champion. So that's a little unlucky for Rascal. Then, out of nowhere, he got blindly traded to the Dallas Fuel, probably the worst team to be on at the time he was traded. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know how much of a roller coaster ride Dallas Fuel was for the first 3 stages. They were definitely the biggest disappointment of the entire league, and they would collapse after every loss. Their players would go on social media and rant about each other, about the organization, the team, whatever it was. They would just cause drama. XQC would get banned, OGE would get banned, Effect would leave and go to Korea. Like, something bad would happen every other day. It was crazy, and the fact that Rascal was put into this situation randomly and didn't even know about it was really unlucky as well. And then eventually that led to Rascal getting dropped because he had differences with a lot of the players and a lot of the coaches because he just wanted to work hard and improve. Sure, maybe he had an attitude issue, but honestly, if anybody in that position didn't have an attitude issue, you might be an emotionless robot. So then Rascal got removed and he couldn't join another Overwatch League team because the trade and signing window was over for the Season 1. And that left him looking for a contenders team, and he signed with NRG eSports, which is the academy team of San Francisco Shock, and now he's being moved up to the main roster. So that's a history lesson on Rascal and why I believe he had an unfortunate run in Season 1 of Overwatch League, and I'm really happy to see him going into Season 2 now because he was a great player prior to the Overwatch League, and I do think he has a lot of untapped potential that a lot of you guys haven't seen yet. So I'm glad Rascal's getting another opportunity in the Overwatch League, but this is really interesting for the San Francisco Shock, and it makes me wonder what they're going to do because now they have 5 DPS players, which is the same amount they had last season, and we all remember they didn't play IDDQD ever. Baby Bay and Dante near the end of the season hardly got to touch the stage either, and I feel like they learned their lesson of having 5 DPS players, and they're gonna get rid of one of these guys. That means it could either be Dante, who is being rumored to be traded over to the Houston Outlaws, which, you know, I might talk about and give some leaks on that situation in a little bit. It's more so stuff that I can't really talk about. And then there's also rumors going around that Architect might possibly be joining X6 Gaming and an Overwatch League team with them since he was once on their roster in Apex. So it's definitely an interesting situation for the San Francisco Shock. I do believe they will get rid of one of their DPS players, and it honestly could be anybody. Baby Bay, Dante, Sinatra, or Architect, maybe even Rascal if they get a good trade offer. It all comes down to what San Francisco Shock thinks will be best for their team. Alright guys, and now moving on to Washington DC, Janus, and Wizard Young. They posted this on their Twitter today. The cat's out the bag. Welcome Wizard Young and Janus Spy to Overwatch DC. So we already know Wizard Young was going to join DC. I leaked it yesterday, and they did deny it on Twitter, DC and Wizard Young, which was interesting. But hey, they did say cat's out the bag, and they signed him. Now, Janus, I actually did not know this was coming, and I'm super excited to see him and Wizard Young move on together. So Janus competed with New York Excelsior during Season 1 under the coaching of Wizard Young, so they have a lot of experience together, and And I think bringing those two in together first and building a team around them is a great idea. So huge pickup from Kate there. And I'm also excited for Janus because on New York Excelsior, he did split playtime with Mano about 35% to 65%, with Janus being the 35%. So we didn't get to see him play as much as Mano. Personally, I do think Mano still was a little bit better, but who knows, maybe under a new team, Janus will be able to thrive. Also, this is a big move from Janus because this will be the first time he's playing with a different team in his Overwatch career. He always competed with those guys on New York Excelsior. Prior to the Overwatch League, he was on LW Blue, which was comprised of the core of New York Excelsior. So this will be the biggest change of his career, and it'll be interesting seeing how he can perform. He does have Wizard Hyung though, which is good. So that's it for Washington, D.C. We're just going to have to see what direction they move in. Will they sign a bunch of Koreans, or will they decide to go with a mixture of Western and Korean players? I do have a feeling that they may be going for a split roster, or maybe my sources are just telling me. Who knows, guys? You're just going to have to stay tuned for those leaks. So be sure, pause the video, like, and subscribe if you want to stay updated on all leaks. And now let's move into the last part of the video, guys, where I do break down Team USA versus Team Canada, their match on Oasis and University, where Sinatra played Reinhardt, because this round was super fun and exciting to watch. And I've really been wanting to do an in-depth review of it, so be sure to let me know how you guys enjoyed it in the comments down below. But now let's hop into it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. So looking at Team Canada's comp, they basically have goats here. Instead of a Brigitte though, they have Surefour running the Sombra, which isn't a bad pick. Sombra on the meta right now, very viable. The fact that she can stay invisible and pick and choose who she wants to hack and just always get 6-man EMPs makes her super strong. It's a good pick, but a problem for Canada, which they are going to run into here, is not having a Brigitte is really bad when you're going up against another comps that is similar to GOATs and they have a Brigitte and you're just getting stunned constantly. You can't really support your Reinhardt as much as the other team. And USA really starts to abuse the fact that they don't have a Brigitte. Then moving on to Team USA, now they're basically running GOATs as well, but instead of a Zarya, they have a Winston, which is a very unique comp that we really haven't seen in any professional play yet. And I really love the idea behind it, which is hyper aggressive play. Yeah, you don't have that extra bubble protection or those big gravitons to win team fights, but if you play super aggressive, you're just going to end up choking your team out, especially on a map like this where all the hallways are super narrow. So let's go ahead and play it. Alright, so here we go, guys. Both teams obviously running a version of GOATs, so they're going to want to go ahead and take this short little corridor and walk into each other and just swing, fight, look for a pin, Brigitte bashes, stuff like that. Typical GOATs things. And they're going to do this, at least Team USA is, and we see Canada, they're actually going to sit here and wait. So what their idea is, they're going to send Surefour around, possibly get a hack on Reinhardt, and then Team Canada is going to look to explode into them while they're vulnerable without a shield, or without somebody being able to heal, without defensive matrix. Just any hack is viable here. But what we'll see is Muma actually does get hacked here. And Muma's calling and scouting for Team USA. So Team USA is kind of aware that they're probably going to be over here. And we'll see as soon as Team USA notices that, they start to back up. And we'll show it in the replay. We don't get to see much here. So we'll go ahead and just skip to that. Team USA does end up winning this team fight. We don't get to see it though. Oh, there it is. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so this is where Team USA realizes, oh crap, Team Canada's right here. They're going to try to explode on us. And Sinatra, he makes the correct play. Or whoever on the team called, back up, back up. And he backed up instantly, and that's where XQC made a huge mistake. Throwing his pen out that early in this tiny corridor is really bad, because that means now Sinatra has a straight free charge on anybody he wants. Well, not anybody he wants, but he's going to land a charge because all these guys are in one little area. He won't miss. And the fact that Agility's used his bubbles early on here really is going to screw them over. They won't be able to protect themselves from a pin. It's also going to put Sinatra right in the middle of everybody. And this is where not having a Brigitte or having a charge hurts you, because you can't counter pin. What you'll usually see in this situation is XQC, as soon as he sees Sinatra coming in, he will charge in front of him. Both players will get knocked down. Zarya's will get in front. They'll body block. But he messes up with his pin. Sinatra goes straight in, gets Bonnie, and now he's in the middle of everybody and gets to just free swing. That gets cut out now. This is another interesting part of Team USA's comp. So instead of the Zarya, they have the Winston. And you're going to build nano boost up super quick when you're running ghosts. Everyone knows this. So you almost have a nano boost every single team fight. This is what you do. You send your Winston in there, nano boost, hyper aggressive. He's going to cause chaos in the backline on the Moira, on the Lucio, on the Brigitte, or whoever they have for healing. So they're not going to be able to focus on healing the tanks. And then Sinatra's going to walk into the tanks and free swing. So right now you see Lucio and Moira, they're just focused on pilling, right? They're focused on pilling themselves, and then Sinatra, he gets a huge shatter because of it. So huge distractions from Muma. But we will see the turn here from Canada, which is very good. So through that shatter, through all the aggressive play from Team USA, they weren't able to pick up any kills. And that is one thing about this comp. You kind of do lack in damage. You don't have that 100% charged energy from Zarya, the Graviton for huge team wipes. So if Muma isn't able to capitalize and pick up kills on the back line, you're not really going to be able to finish it off. Also with hacks coming out from Surefour, which we're going to talk about. And then there's that huge combo, which comes with the Graviton and having a Zarya. So Canada's going to pick up this fight. We'll go ahead and skip through. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the comps a little bit more, specifically Sombra and Winston. So these two picks are interesting. The Winston is very good against this Team Canada comp because there is no Brigitte. He can't get shield bast and completely shut down when he dives in. They have a Sombra instead, which is a less effective version of Brigitte. So Surefour's job is to hack Muma every single time he jumps in. That way he can't get away, that way he can't bubble. But most of the time that's really hard for him because Muma's holding mouse 1 down. And if Surefour is in any range of getting mouse 1'd, his hack is going to get stopped. So he has to find a side or behind angle, and when he's trying to get a side or behind angle, that probably means Team USA is going to be walking into him. So it's really hard to hack him unless he has EMP. So let's go ahead and play this out. Obviously, Surefour does have the EMP right now, so it's much easier to get those hacks off. He is going to go for the flank. Good plays here. I don't think the D.Va realized that they saw him. Huge boop here from Moth, though. That was huge. He could have got a huge EMP off there. So now let's go to cover the fact that USA has a Brigitte and Canada has a Sombra. Yeah, if Surefour gets a huge 6-man EMP, Canada can walk in, they'll probably kill them all and clean up. Moth gets a huge boop on Surefour, denying that massive EMP, and this means USA, they get a walk straight into Canada with a shield bash, and because of that, Sinatra just completely obliterates XQC, gets free swings, and they take him down easily. Now, if Canada, they had the Brigitte, they could have counter shield bashed, and it wouldn't have been as bad. They could have weathered the storm, but instead, they have this Sombra who did absolutely nothing but get a hack off on Raucus, which did nothing again. So let's go ahead and play it out. We'll see USA, they're just going to charge forward. Canada, they can't do anything. EMP would be useless. Note gets taken down, and yeah, USA, they pick up the team fight. Muma gets the nano boost again. They have it every team fight. Might have been unneeded there, but doesn't even matter. And the fact that Muma always gets these nano boosts, he always has his ult. So when he goes aggressive, he has something to fall back on just in case he gets into trouble. And let's go back a little bit so I can explain this next team fight. So this is what the Team USA strategy is. They have Muma come in from the side. This is why we always see him over here, and we always see Team USA on the right side. Team USA, they walk into this choke. Hydration goes for the shield bash, and then Muma jumps in from the back, and Sinatra just holds W with his speed boost and swings at everybody, and they're just getting attacked from all angles, and this leaves XQC so vulnerable to getting swung on, pinned, fire strike. He pretty much has no pill, besides Agility's maybe a bubble, because Canada, their backline, again, the healers are focused on pilling themselves and surviving from Muma's jump, which is usually nano boosted, or usually a primal rage. So we'll go ahead and see it here, watch. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, I was a little late there, but here it comes. Now they're going to walk forward. There goes the jump. Everybody just converges here. You see Sinatra shield down. He's just swinging. Bonnie's already half HP, so he forces the beat out. Alright, and boom, there it is. Team USA win the fight. They lose Muma, but what they get out of Canada is incredible. They get Bonnie's beat. They get Surefour's EMP. Crimzo's Moira ult. That's 3 huge ults, plus 2 kills. Only person who dies on their team is Muma, and he gets to save his primal rage. They know they won this team fight. Now they're just going to back up a little bit, wait for Muma to get back, and then redo the process. That's why this comp is so strong with these corridors and everything. They're just abusing the fact that Canada doesn't have a Brigitte, and they really do need one. Not the best D.Va bomb there. They were hoping for a Reinhardt pin D.Va bomb combo just to buy more time. And they're still waiting for Muma to get back. And Canada, they finally get their Graviton off here, I believe. Yeah, here it comes. And yeah, XQC gets the one-man shatter, but it's only a one-man. And Team USA, they just have more ults. They have their beat, which Bonnie already wasted his. And Team USA, they end up weathering the storm here because of the beat. Muma, he has his primal rage, so he's just going to cause absolute chaos. Nobody can get damage done on the grab besides XQC because everybody else is dealing with Muma. And then, yeah, USA is just going to continue to walk into them, stagger them. And I don't even think they get on the point here, yeah. And that's going to be it. Team USA, crazy comp coming out. I mean, not that crazy. It's GOATs minus Zarya plus a Winston. And we can see the excitement from Sinatra there. He's so happy playing Reinhardt. Played great. And that's going to be it, guys. So if you enjoyed this, instead of watching my clips, be sure to comment down below. Like and subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League leaks, videos like this. Whatever you guys want, I will be producing. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.